Professor Singh, please.
Thank you, sir. Our next speaker, Professor Siva Rama Prasad, has already joined, so I will hand over the session to Professor Jyoti Kumar to take further.
Okay, so thank you very much once again. I'm grateful. I'm grateful to Professor Jyoti and Professor Singh and all the faculty members. Thank you very much. Let me allow to leave. And we have a nice meeting today. I have a good relation with all the professors, particularly two professors I have mentioned, Professor Jyoti Kumar and Professor Singh. Thank you once again for giving me this opportunity. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. We must be grateful to you. We will continue our relationship, sir.
Thank you. I must mention. Thank you very much. Okay, Namaskar. I'm leaving immediately.
Yes,
thank
sir.
you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
So without taking much time, Professor Siva Rama Prasad Garu is online. Yes, I welcome Professor Siva Rama Prasad Garu. He is my good friend from my days when I worked in Andhra Pradesh, and he used to be a research scholar there at that time. Maybe in 1990s, he was a research scholar, late 1990s. And he's a very young professor in terms of age and in terms of experience. But if we look at his CV, so people like me should feel we are very much junior to Professor Siva Rama Prasad Garu. He's a professor in the Department of Commerce and Business Administration in Acharya Nagarjuna University, which is one of leading universities in the state of Andhra Pradesh. And he's also head of the Department of Commerce and Business Administration. And he's also playing a dual role of the Dean of the faculty there. And he has more than 160 publications in many journals. And, he's a number of PhDs and MPhils. He supervised, how many? He supervised total 40 PhDs, including 4 who submitted their PhD thesis recently. Total 40 PhDs he submitted, and 150 plus research papers in journals. And another interesting thing is, out of these 40 PhD theses supervised by him, 11 they related to the discipline of computer science and engineering. I don't know how he managed it, and he's a recognized supervisor for CSE. And I think he has many qualifications, not just MCom and MBA with PhD. He has many academic qualifications. And I would also request him to mention about those things while giving presentation. And one of the remarkable achievement of Professor Siva Rama Prasad Garu is that his research supervision led him to have a publication of a patent that happened, I think, in 1 year back. So I also request him to say something about that. So with this very brief CV, I request Professor Siva Rama Prasad Garu to carry on with his lecture. His lecture would be on emerging issues of our subject, commerce, economics, and management. Siva Rama Prasad Garu.
Audible? My voice is audible?
Yes, please carry on. Please carry on, sir.
So your video is freezed.
Audible?
Yes. Please continue.
And other professors of the commerce and the director of the higher HRDC. I want to thankful to the HRDC, chosen me as a resource person for the today lecture in HRDC of the Major Central University. At the outset, I want to say thanks to we consider him as a senior man to me, Professor Jyoti Kumar Garu, who is a academically very distinguished person and also a a good academician, good human being. He spoke about me good words and introduced me to all the stakeholders of the HRDC. Today, the given topic to me is economics, commerce, management, emerging areas. You know very well, from the beginning to the till day, world evolutionary has been developing and now transforming like anything. Agriculture revolution, industrial revolution, and in the industrial revolution in the two phases, third industrial revolution transformed it as an information revolution. Still today, that we are trying to upgrading ourselves in the information revolutionary thoughts. But other side, last economic forum meeting, Professor Scoveger at earlier at Davos is a economics professor of the Germany, introduced the fourth industrial revolution, and we call it as a 4.0 industrial norms. And that means this we call it as a fourth industrial revolution with the help of the artificial intelligence. Strengthen the economies with the help of the technology, especially with the help of the artificial intelligence technology. So economies are different across the globe. Capitalist type of economies are there, and communist patterns of economies are there. Socialist pattern of economics economies are there, and similar way, after Second World War, you know very well concisely that we are discussing. Time point of view, given time is very less to me. The capital economic countries and communist countries divided as a NATO and CETO. Competition has started between the two economies. At initial stage, CETO and under the USSR, on those days we call Russia as a USSR, Socialistic Republic. USSR collapsed, lack of accountability and responsibility. This happened because of the Gorbachev initiated perestroika. Perestroika is a Russian word. It means economic reforms. It was initiated by Gorbachev, then he was the president of the USSR. Completely, the reforms has failed, and USSR divided into almost 7 countries. After that is again totally small or big 15 countries. Later part, capitalist economies converted it as a marketing economies, and that what called the management technocrats started to develop different types of products and services in the capitalist economies. Especially America is a mentor for creating this type of the products and services. This called as a marketing economy. They're able to create a product, pricing it, the same globalize it. That type of the pattern of economy called as a marketing economy. So the marketing economy, I want to create more wealth. marketing economies. After that, transform it as a knowledge economies. Knowledge economies and the knowledge management. In market economy, they was producing the products. In knowledge economy, they completely stopped the production. The production has given to the outsourcing. Outsourcing has started at South Korea, Japan, Taiwan, China, and as well as Bangladesh, India, and so on. All the countries are producing products. Formula developed by the product designed and developed by the America. So this is called knowledge economy. With the only knowledge, create wealth. So now, metaverse economy emerged. The metaverse is a different economy. Before we discuss all these things, capital economics, capital that is called as a knowledge economy also failed because of the subprime crisis at USA. The economy has slowed down. The globalization concept utterly flopped across the globe. Experience some of the only because of the globalization. Initially, some of the countries, Germany, Japan, China has taken much advantage. South Korea, Taiwan, these are the countries actually helped a lot through the globalization concepts. So one side, this is going on one side, the knowledge economies also collapsed. Now, every economy converted into transforming it as a digital economy. Digital economy, that means, completely organizations, procedures, systems, leadership, and what we call directions, controlling everything by digitization. Earlier is computerization is today completely digitize everything. At digitization point of view, so many technologies emerge. So the world is moving towards the unstructured computing. So far, we habituated to the one type of the computing system that is called a structured computing system. Yet, what do we mean by the structured computing? What did happen? Structured computing data that we procure, the same data we put in the system, with the help of the available software, we may process it and may get the desired output. This type of the computing system we call as a structured computing. Now, entire world, because of the digital economies, every economy, almost all, so many economies already, Germany, completely digitized. Economy almost all digitized. Finland, economy digitized. Denmark, economy digitized. Ireland, economy has digitized. Almost all, 60% of the American economy is also digitized. For example, Indian economy has not digitized, but our commerce activities have become digitized. Especially, how many people are aware from the last 3 years because of the, thanks to the pandemic situation, because of the what called demonetization, so many UPI mode payments has come, but ultimately the cash and the payments completely digitized. Almost all now today in India, 72.8% of the payments completely digitized. Remaining is only cash transactions. And then digitizing the economy, so that now every economy, now with the help of the artificial intelligence technology, or with the help of the 4.0 industrial norms, and very soon the design they started design has been designing 5.0 industrial norms are a different situation will arise. Different situation will arise. So this is the concept of the economy. Every economy going to digitize. Every economy is going to call it as a digital economy with a simple span of time, with the help of the only AI-based technology. Other global business is concerned, till today, America is a dominant country. American dollar currency is the dominant currency for the global trade. After that, the China occupied the second position. Earlier, Japan occupied this position. Now, China beat Japan. Position. Second position. And Japan, Germany, these are the important countries. But very recently, I read a Fortune magazine. A Fortune magazine in 1992, according to the GDP is concerned, global point of view, 1992, US is the number one country. Later part followed by the Japan, Germany, Russia, China, Italy, France, India. India at the time occupying the 8th position. Later followed by the Brazil and UK. Come to the 2008. Yes, again, first place. In 2008, China beat Japan and occupy the second position. Japan come down to the third position. India, surprising thing is, I am proud that they are Indian. India, the GDP is concerned, fourth GDP, top GDP in the world. After that, Russia, Germany, and India beat the Russia, Germany, Brazil, France, UK, and Italy. Once expectations in the 2020 estimated GDP of the world, point of view. China beat the surprising thing, USA. China is going to occupy the best GDP country in the world, followed by the US. Other surprising information to the everyone is India occupying the third position, beat the Japan, Indonesia, Russia, Germany, Brazil, UK, and France. So this is actually GDP's concern. And technologies, once come to the technologies, right? This way, in the digital economy point of view, every country try to creating the wealth through the only digital economies. Otherwise, not a possible. Reason, labor charges very, very high. Technology is the only solution. With only technology, cut the cost maximum to the low level. It is only possible through the 4.0 industrial norms with the help of AI, app technologies. For example, Apple computer total capitalization $3.3 trillion. Almost all. Indian economy 3.28 or something $trillion. And that means, Apple company created maximum wealth than the Indian economy. This way, Amazon, take the example of Amazon, take the example of the Facebook, Twitter, all are the important products of the digital products of the digital companies of the America. With the help of this, with the help of these companies, they are hoisting the flag across the world. Today, you know very well, the entire social media. Once upon a time, marketing, our teachers, teaching the market with the different type of the strategies, different type of the marketing, product design is concerned, distribution is concerned, different way that you are doing today. Social media marketing, a small illiterate lady, I know in our Andhra Pradesh, I saw in some other parts of the Maharashtra, who retired from that, their children are settled down. But only for the time passing, they started YouTube channels. They're earning for a month 6 lakhs, 7 lakhs rupees through their skills. So this is actually knowledge economy. Families also every family became a digital family. They created their own organizations. Whatever the skills they have, a skill with the help of the digital resource, convert it as a wealth. So this is actually very significant change apparently appearing. This point of view still, America is a supreme technology is concerned. So because of the AI, yet what are the AI technologies? AI technologies are another important, the word earlier I was utilizing that the word is unstructured computing. Yet what do you mean by unstructured computing? Without human consent, data invaded. Automatically with the help of how it invaded, it come from the different sources. Data come through the SMS, data come through the emails, data come through the social media, chit chat channels, data come through the different type of other ways. So almost all it formed it as a big data. Big data, huge quantity of data. Earlier, data point of view, definition is different. Only reliable data, known data, useful data is we consider it as a data. Known facts, we call it as a data. So today, the definition became obsolete. Data is different. Today, data come, it is good or bad, data invade and formed it as a big data. Big data, the data, both good and the garbage is also involved in it. The data, we want to classify it. We need to analyze it. We need to, very different way, critically, we may be developing reports. So in this regard, so many languages has developed. A new areas has developed that is called business analytics. Big data, business analytics now emerging area. In future, completely in every domain knowledge, in history, in economics, in commerce, in management, in computer science, in medicine, in engineering, in other disciplines, in some natural sciences, other humanities, data. Scientist is going to is an important what called a nomenclature of the employment. Data scientists everywhere. The type of the nominee culture is going to create everywhere. Data is going to become a top area. Every organization, even our universities also, then feature our state university, Mizoram Central University, definitely they want to create their own data centers. Government already, command controls are creating, command control rooms. Through that, they're managing the data and data analyzing it. With only press the one button, almost all hundreds of the reports may possible to generate with the help of these data science, the business analytics. Business analytics emerging area. That is what is I'm appealing to the all the my distinguished the professors, seniors. Please try to incorporate in our curriculums. Without data science, without the business analytics in future, survival is very difficult. If possible, we may create it as a separate program. MBA analytics or the MCOM business analytics. This program is very essential. It is employable in future. Employability is only possible with the help of this type of program. So, okay, other important thing, will be very befitting emerging technology, particularly in the digital economy is concerned, is cloud computing. Cloud computing. Okay. We procure the data, process the data, get the output. Where we keep the data, it is an issue. In this regard, earlier scenario, data we create, we call it as a database. Historical data, networking oriented data. After that, relation database management system, RDBMS. Most RDBMS create a facility to the organizations. Based on that, management information systems has developed. You know very well, data definition languages. And the Oracle company developed a wonderful software. Earlier, Lotus was there. Microsoft company developed their own Fox Pro software, Lotus, Fox Pro, and WordStar. It is all became obsolete, dominated by the Oracle company, Oracle software, in which the RDBMS and the entity attributes based, how to create based on the entity attributes, created databases. This point of view, try to understand. RDBMS came with the help of the RAID technology, with the help of Bubber technology. We were possible to keeping more data. After that, data warehousing technology, new technology came, huge quantity of the data, how to we procure, how to we keep it. This point of view, data marts technology. With the help of the data marts, data warehousing is constructed. Data warehousing, you know very well, Nanda Nelkani, with the help of the data marts, he created Aadhaar database in India. Our voter card database, simultaneously our PAN card databases, our almost all banking databases, created databases with the help of the data warehousing and the data mart, data warehousing technologies. Later part, data mining technologies came. Data mining, knowledge discovery. We don't know what actually, how data will utilize, how many ways they create a knowledge. We don't know. That's why data mining. Once we started to dig it, we may be possible to discover the knowledge. Data mining technology pave the way, lead to the development grid computing. Grid computing security point of view has failed. Grid computing. After that, cloud computing. Clouds. Huge quality of the data may be possible to put it. With the help of this cloud, with the help of the data analytics, with the help of the app technology, Amazon company, Ben Josh, I know from the last 30 years, I've been teaching the e-commerce to the MCA students, MTech students, MBA and MCom students. Now we are teaching digital marketing also, social media marketing. I know as a teacher of that subject. Bezos became a bankrupt during 2000 because of the dot-com burst. All the senior teachers know very well. He is the first developed a knowledge-based company, e-commerce company in the world. Initially, he sold books through the Amazon. After that, bouquets, different types of gifts, he was selling. Because of the 4.0 industrial now, because of the AI, fifth generation computing technology, artificial intelligence technology, so many are there, AI-based, intelligent agents, robotic technology, natural languages, natural language. Now we are enjoying all the languages through the natural language. LESPA is the natural language. With the help of LESPA language, everything converted to the every content converted to different languages. This is because of the artificial intelligence. Embedded systems, drones, technology, augmented computing, virtual reality. Oh, so many are there. But these are the jargons, terminology. So AI-based technology, once adapted by the Bezos of the Amazon company, today, within simple span of time, just within 12 years, he became world billionaire. You know very well, Amazon now occupying, beat the Microsoft company, Oracle company, top what called Warren Buffett, and all the people now became inferior before him. The company emerged as a number one in the, you know very well. I developed a case study about the Amazon. Wonderful case study. Another occasion, I will definitely give a lecture on the Amazon company. Amazon company adopted the AI-based technology, cloud technology, with the help of the app, developed a digital platforms. First company in the world developed a digital platform. Amazon digital platform. Hit in the world. Anywhere, round the clock, their services are, product services are available. Surfing is easy. Wonderful digital catalogs, prompt information about the product, about the consumer feedback, apparently available, appearing through the screens. UPI payment is became very easy. So Amazon adopted this this type of the companies started across the globe, and are creating 9 lakhs rupees. It's not an easy thing. Those who are actually able to attract the more than one hundred in the May 22, we complete the 100 companies. Our Honorable Prime Minister also congratulate all the technocrats. So these companies, so much of the foreign direct investments invited to. Once FDI will come,
Professor Siva Rama Prasad garu, it is not audible from your side.
also
Yes, now it's okay. Yeah. It is not audible from your side. Just please check your your settings. Yeah, please continue, sir. Please continue.
yes, you are talking from the here.
Yeah, now
Is
it's
audible, sir?
now
Voice
please,
is very
please continue. Now it's okay.
Yes. So, myself is considered P.V. Narasimha Garu is a god of civilization. He initiated economic reforms. See, India is started to shine because of the economic reforms. So, why so many people start to criticize it? In Andhra Pradesh also, steel plant is going to privatize. So many public sectors is going to privatize. Indian railways are privatized. And air transport completely, airports privatized. Air services are privatized. Why? Why? People are crying. Sir, in public sector, you and me know pretty well. No accountability, no responsibility. People are reluctant to take the responsibility as well as accountability. At this juncture, is it possible to run the organizations with losses? Every company, for example, Andhra Pradesh, Isaka Ispat Nigam steel plant, incurring 25,000 crores loss per annum. Who will bear? Who will run this type of the white elephants? But that's privatization is ultimate. Through the only that we may invite the foreign direct investments. Our stock markets, because of the economy, because of the GDP growth, because of the knowledge people, befitting knowledge people available in India, because of them, foreign institutional investors innovated towards Indian stock market, towards Indian money market. They innovated towards the Indian derivative markets, Indian exchange markets. Total today, our stock exchange size is 255 crores, almost all 3-4 months back, reached to the 280 lakhs crores. Of course, because of the volatility, but it has again some changes has taken place, even though 255 lakhs crore is our Bombay Stock Exchange. So everything because of the technology. We're trying to understand it because of the digital economy. Digital economy, digital companies creating valuable services to the nations, not only here across the globe, especially America, in China. China, because of the knowledge economy policy of the America, took by the advantage by China became a hub for the manufacturing. The entire world top companies started to manufacture their respective products in China. As a result, the entire world started to depend upon the China. But today, hats up to our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi garu, under his stewardship, leadership, the country has been progressing. Country has been shining, smiling, and it became self-sufficiency in all the aspects. Program very soon, like a China, like a South Korea, and Japan, India is also going to become a hub for the manufacturing. Manufacturing all this type of the goods and services. India able to manufacture. Already we have the type of the track record today. One side, once you look at the economies, you know very well, from the last 3 months, Ukraine-Russia war, creating troubles, triggered shaken by all the European economies. Even American economy has slowed down because of that. One side, Sri Lanka almost became bankrupt. Pakistan economy has become bankrupt. China economy is also slowed down maximum. GDP growth is around only 4.5 or something, but Indian GDP growth rate almost 7.6 to the 8 around, showing the great favorable signal to the Indian economy. Through this, we can change our attitudes, and that's all. Our attitudes. Through the only India, no doubt, it became a powerful country in the world because of the digital economies. Our digital economies is concerned, the unstructured computing is going on. One area is business analytics, cloud computing, and in future, drones, logistics is going to change. Now, digital platforms already, as earlier I quoted, Amazon is concerned. Now, logistic management now became an emerging area. Logistic management. Earlier, supply chain management, logistic is one area. Suppose once want to export, a world has only 8 mother ports. Unfortunately, India didn't have any mother port. Mother ports, according to me, London, Dubai, Singapore, Brussels, not Brazil, Brussels, New York, Shanghai, and Atlanta. Very, very 8 only mother ports the world has. Mother port means the mother port enabled to provide lingering facility to the 25 lakhs tons carryable vessels. 25 lakhs carryable vessel ships. Unfortunately, India didn't have. Because of these mother ports, Singapore became #1 in the world, global center. Dubai became a world top trade center. London became a world top trade center. New York became a world trade center. Atlanta became a world trade. Shanghai became, Brussels became, almost Brussels, at their port, lakhs of the what call boxes appearing on their respective ports. So unfortunately, we didn't have mother ports, even though our export infrastructure abnormally increased because of the privatization. For example, in Andhra Pradesh also, Asia longest seabed port is developed. The name is Krishnapatnam Seaport, very near to the Chennai. Asia longest platform it has. Kandla, wonderful infrastructure. Simultaneously, fortunately, because of the reforms, because of the sophisticated technology, a wonderful airports across the nation built it. Our companies emerged as a globalized companies, transnational companies. Earlier, multinational company is a great company. You know the difference between the multinational companies and transnational companies. Multinational companies, production, marketing is same place. Production is one country, marketing across the globe. That type of companies we call as a multinational companies. Today, all multinational companies started to transform it as a transnational companies. Production, marketing in every country. For example, Microsoft Development Center 3R started in India itself. Honda started their company. Kia started the South Korean company in India also. Production, marketing from India and in India, within India. So these type of the new breed transnational companies has developed. So the logistics now became a prominent area because of the logistics. Now Amazon company, once upon a time, very recently I studied one report. According to that report, earlier Boeing company, Boeing is the top Airbus building company, world famous company. It's producing the both cargo flights as well as the transport flights. Earlier, for a day, they're able to assemble maximum is for manufacturing one flight, it had taken 2 days. Today, Amazon developed their own logistic, taking it as an outsourcing. Suppose India want to purchase Airbuses with the help of the Amazon and able to assembling for a day 2 Airbuses. This type of logistic has developed, this type of the digital platforms developed by the knowledge economies, by the transnational companies, techno companies. Technology is only available not only one company, through the integrating manner, through the retrieving from the different outsourcing resources that are able to accomplishing the task. Time management. Time management plays a vital role. Information, different ways, invaded and bring it, retrieved it, and developed their new products and services. Logistic point of view. Now, a really great In Indian point of view, Mukesh Ambani is reluctant to start develop a digital platform. Both sons and daughter, especially younger daughter and younger son, apply pressure every day on Mukesh Ambani for starting up the Jio. Reasons, he is reluctant. Reason, his brother Anil Ambani has become bankrupt because of the Reliance communication. You know very well. That's why he is reluctant. But they apply pressure and analyze the project. Through the 6 lakhs crores, through the 6 lakhs debts, he started the Jio. Now, you know very well, the Jio platforms has developed. Jio platform is creating miracles. Very recently, Chandrasekhar and Tata Sons Trust developed their own digital platform. Tata New. Earlier, Tata Click and the Tata Avenue are there. Now all are become obsolete. Now all bring to one umbrella. A Tata New, new digital platform like GeoMart. Now GeoMart and they place a new platforms developed by the Reliance, especially Swiggy model services also going to render by the Reliance very soon. Now they started operations at the Navy Mumbai. Try to understand the role of the digital companies, the role of the digital economy with the help of the AI technology. My dear teaching colleagues, my dear distinguished academicians, what is my appealing? We may develop this type of domain knowledge content for employability. Otherwise, our domain knowledge will take over by the technocrats, computer technocrats, and our programs became obsolete. They were about, of course, I'm not cursing, but this is reality. So, we drone, other AI-based technology is drones preparation. The drones now pervaded into all the functions of the business, all the activities of economy, all the areas of the commerce. For example, today, take the example of the Blue Dot company. Blue Dot already started. Earlier, they have their own cargo flights. Earlier, they had their own envoys for distributing the courier services. Today, instead of Blue Dot already started in America. With the help of the drones, they are distributing all the products and services. Amazon, very soon, already trials have started in America. Very soon they are going to apply in the Europe also. Simultaneously, with the simple span of time, they may come to the India and drone services. Every state now started the drone corporations, preparation drones for the agriculture sector, drone for security, defense organizations developing own drones for patrolling, for the surveillance purpose. They have developed their own drones, defense purpose drone, agriculture purpose drone, security purpose drone, and the monitoring the land order drones, land order policing drones. They have developed it. At mining activities, mining productions for mining resources, natural resources production purpose, wild sanctuary production purpose, dams production purpose, and other type of the calamities, knowing purpose. Different type of the drones developing. Very recently, in Andhra Pradesh, one Tufan, a typhoon has taken place, Hudud Tufan at Visakhapatnam. Hudud Tufan time, drones role is very memorable. My friend is a CEO for the Andhra Pradesh Drone Corporation. With the help of him, Andhra Pradesh government was rendering wonderful services to the needy people of that. Rehabilitation is concerned, wonderful works undertaken by the government. So drones is going to, drone technology is one of the important AI-based technology. Other important the technology is IoT. In digital economies, major feature is, one of the important feature is IoT, Internet of Things. Earlier, tracking the consumer behaviors, perceptions of consumer. Today, with the help of the sensors, technology, Internet of Things, a new technology, we may track consumer behavior at the shops. Suppose myself go to the mall, long exactly second my visit for the international conference at the USA, I went to Walmart. But myself is habituated to the conventional malls in India, as in some neighboring countries. Just once I enter the US, border was there. Once just I received a message from the Siva Rama Prasad, welcome to the Walmart. We are ready to provide abundant services to you with so many substitutions. This message I myself received. Myself surprised about, amazing about it, where it's come. Later part, once enter, right, somebody, whenever you touch the what called a word board, sometimes apparently myself has observed, myself acquired. As a consumer, my behavior was completely tracking by the systems with the help of IoT technology. A sensor is working. Billing is automatic. Suppose I purchase a dress, a shirt, a trouser from the particularly the one rack, automatically billing it. At same time, I will this message from the Walmart. Mr. Siva Rama Prasad, are you account on your name? Yes, sir. I press it. Oh, yes, sir. Yes, create my account. Okay, I purchase something, chocolates and all, some of the what called creams I purchased trademark from the organization. Myself here and there, look forward for sake of billing. Sir, I myself was confusing. Billing counters are not available. Immediately myself, one black lady was there, myself asked her, where is billing? Very sarcastically, billing station? Very different way. Sarcastically, the answer myself understood. Automation. Because of the IoT. Automation. Automation is an important feature of the transnational companies, digital economies, as well as the digital companies. Automation. And that means billing. Billing already is over. Once I crossed the border, again I received a message. Bill is apparently appearing. Mr. Siva Rama Prasad, once you accept it, please verify, examine carefully and accept it. Yes, whatever I purchased, verify and press the accept button. Over. From my account, of course, SBI is international card, debited from my account. Try to understand, no need to stand there for billing. Hours together. So where IoT technology, because of the automation, enjoying the shape of the digital services. With the help of the digital AI-based technology, the companies and organizations, companies, the economies flourishing, generate more incomes. Simultaneous business analytics point of view, one experience to me is, I went to the Nevada University for submitting a paper on the business analytics. Okay, conference is over. My friend came to me for take his home. He is staying in other state. He came with his own car. I must pack up. Just we enter the highway. Hello, highway. Enter the highway. But what happened is a different scenario. He started to pat on his forehead. What happened? What you have forgotten? Myself has questioned you. Nothing happened. I want to tell the real business analytics to you. At an automation point, I am telling with the help of the IoT technology. That purpose, the example I am sharing with all of you. While he's driving, he lit a cigarette. At the time, his vehicle, Fortuner car, then we are traveling in the 25-kilometer speed track. Because of this issue, the car tire enter in the 50-kilometer track, speed track, and to violate the traffic norms. This photo was taken by the satellite. Photo taken by the satellite. Satellite immediately identified, take the photo and sent to the Highway Authority of America, traffic system, information system. Traffic information system, according to the law, file a case, sent to the tribunal. Tribunal award a punishment. Within simple span of time, $50 fine debited his account. Automation, because of the IoT technology. IoT technology, business analytics generally taking place. But friends, similar way, so many blockchain technology, security is concerned. Earlier, our commerce activities, e-commerce and digital marketing point of view, security is a major issue. Earlier scenario is different. This is emerging issue. Security is an emerging issue. Earlier, cryptography theories are providing security only. Those who have a knowledge in the mathematics, the people are able to know the cryptography theories. Cryptography based on the what called single key, double key, symmetric, asymmetric theories. Based securities has developed. That's case communication. Microsoft, the companies has developed wonderful softwares. E-commerce point of view, so many smart purchasing systems are developed by the Nexus communication with the help of the Microsoft. But today, the security is not adequate. Firewalls are not adequate. It has become obsolete. Enterprise security is an emerging area in future. Enterprise security. What we can provide? Only blockchain technology. It is AI-based technology. Now, you know very well, cryptocurrency is concerned, blockchain technology, abnormally utilizing, abundantly utilized. This is actually going on. The blockchain technology, we need to incorporate in the curriculums also. This is a sophisticated technology. Another one, security point of view, blockchain is provide a wonderful security to the network enterprises. Quantum security, new area. Quantum security, I got a patent rights through this quantum as well as the blockchain. How to provide a security to the cloud. Despite of myself got one patent. So please try to. So many, of course, it's actually not required for our people. Augmented technology, virtual reality. Another important thing, last that one emerging area that I want to tell, 3D computing. The manufacturing, earlier, manufacturing resource planning, you know very well, ERP, enterprise resource planning, for the package integrated software was developed by technocrats. Today, scenario might be different. Scenario might be different. The technologies are very different way. 3D manufacturing resource planning is a great. Bill of inventory is a great. Once upon a time, now all the softwares became obsolete. Today, 3D printing and manufacturing. House within simple span of time, programming it and constructed it. Within very recently, I heard at some parts of the what call in Finland, I think, built a house within 8 hours. At America also, they're building the houses with only within 2 days. The type of the 3D technologies abnormally utilizing for the build up the properties. So this is one of the important emerging areas. The materials, very different way. Simply designing, programming, developing. This way, world is moving. Particularly 4.0 industrial norms is concerned, 5.0 industrial norms is concerned. Every organization definitely going to adopt it. Do or die position only to the organizations. Those who are adopted, they may continue. Otherwise, they may better to go out. The type of scenario already taking place. Every company now transforming. A best example, Indian Reliance Tatas. Adani is not actually entering. L&T companies, ITC also entering. All companies started to digitize. Companies is all translation companies we call it as the digital companies. It may pay the way to develop as the digital economies. At the juncture, the economics, commerce, management, curriculums also, their domain areas also need to be changed. We need to upgrade it. We need to upgrade it, particularly in these areas, through these particularly these concepts. This point of view, that is my suggestion is you may better to conduct some symposiums, workshops, through that only possible to arrange a possible training to the next generation teachers. With this, thanks to the HRDC Center of the Mizoram Central University, and if you know, but everyone is waiting for the lunch. That's why for 10 minutes, that's I left it, and myself, give a time for the any questions arising from the participants, we may discuss it. Of course, you're all knowledgeable people, but discussion purpose, I'm expecting questions from the distinguished teachers.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Professor Siva Rama Prasad Garu. It is a wonderful discourse, in fact, because we consider you as a technocrat technocrat in the field of commerce, technocrat academic, rather, technocrat academic in the field of commerce. We know when e-commerce was started initially, when people were hesitant, because many people, even many teachers at that time, including some professors, they didn't have even a desktop computer at their home, but they were asked to teach e-commerce paper. so at that time, there was a lot of scarcity even for the books also. So at that time, you took initiation to develop interest in e-commerce, and that interest you continued. You have been continuing till now. That is wonderful. And you discussed about many recent trends about technology, especially as far as ICT is concerned, business analytics, big data, digital technology, all these things are there. But just I want to ask your response regarding in this changing scenario, how would you perceive the future of work? Now people are talking about because of AI, it is going to make many jobs which we have been doing all these years. They would become redundant just in 5 years time. At least half of the jobs they are going to disappear very soon. Then people are talking about driverless cars, and this pandemic also impacted our life in academics, in universities and colleges, in schools also. Now people are talking about classless teaching or teacherless classes. And we all know ours is a very second largest country in terms of size of population, and all these years we are talking about India has advantage of demographic dividend, and how it is going to, because we need to have some industries which are labor intensive rather than capital intensive. So how this technology is going to change the lives of our young India in future? That perspective, please, I try to highlight.
Sir, actually, 100% I agree with you. Reason, our organizations so far completely labor intensive oriented. But what happened is, because of technology, the tremendous changes, the transformation already taking place in and around the world. Take the example of for today, because of the pandemic situations, because of Corona. Thanks to the Corona, reason, reality will come. Because of Corona, right? Today that we are arranging a lecture, online lecture, a webinar lecture through the Zoom or for Google Net.
40 participants from different states, and we are able to involve. We are able to involve more number of external resource persons. Earlier rule was only possible to invite only 2 external professors from outside. Now we don't want to involve locals.
Professor Jyoti Kumar Garu, we have our own myths. Our myth is, for example, our teachers are very often saying, completely replacing the teacher is very difficult. All right, without a teacher, we never developed what call education. These are only myths, and these are only statements. Today, technologies rule the world. Digital contents are going on. In the future, digital contents in the classroom behavior also, majority of the teachers know very well. Now today, student behavior at the classroom. Right? Everything you get through the social media. Everything. He came to with the preparation. We came to with information. That's why teacher, unless analytically he teach, differently, innovative he teach, his behavior might be different. But try to understand, sir, another important observation, work from home culture, workstations. Earlier, suppose working purpose, we must go to the whole workstation. Where we may spend 8 hours, 6 hours to 8 hours, there are 10 hours there. Today, no need. Right, enter so many people. Now today, from the villages, one side the mother is feeding. From the home, the children are working for the workstations. Right, that is the name of the work from home. So technology, everything because of the artificial intelligence. Everything because of the automation. Everything because of the integrated technologies. Wonderful integrated technologies, network technologies has rampantly developed.
No, from customer angle, I welcome it. But from employment angle, from employment angle, how it is going to impact?
No. But it is only phobia and fear. Earlier, I know very well India point of view, you know better than me. George Fernandez became a industry minister in 1977. A trade union leader became an industry minister. You know very well how whatever the policies is made. First, once he came, he abolished the Coca-Cola IBM company. IBM company also is sent out to geometry software and HP computers. Both companies is sent out from India. All the multinational companies because of fear and phobia, because of the over activation of the trade union movement. But what happened? Because IBM came to the India for tapping the Indian knowledgeable students, utilizing the IIT, IIM students. They started operation at Bombay, but he sent out. But because of that, Silicon Valley has created at the USA. Otherwise, Silicon Valley might be started, might be at Bombay or the Bangalore. This is actually bad policy. On that time also, because of computerization, more fears and phobia developed by the stakeholders. Today, now you look at lakhs of the employment, lakhs of the people getting private employment only through the software. Software companies providing huge employment. BPO companies, knowledge outsource companies providing huge employment than the public sector. Am I correct?
Yes, even banks also opposed computerization in 1990s.
Yes. So
nationwide strike against computerization.
Sir, you take the example of Zomato, you take the example of Swiggy, Zomato, Oyo, and you take the example of the Ola, Uber, right? Technology adopted it.
But there are some issues, Siva Ram Garu, there are some issues, especially in COVID we experienced. There are different type of inequalities in Indian society. And not only economic inequalities, there are social inequalities, geographical, regional inequalities, many inequalities are there. And you see, these digital technology, this technology, because of lack of digital infrastructure, actually, certainly this digital technology has widened the inequalities between the haves and have-nots.
Oh yeah, digital divide already taking place, sir.
It is taking place.
Because those who are actually became netizens, citizens, netizens, two type of the open resources we have. Citizens, netizens.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Citizens, once they're able to convert as a netizens, then they may convert as an knowledgeable workers. They fit for the what called digital companies. Citizens remaining as a citizens. That's all. We can't actually, with only change the one word I used it. Once we change the attitude, through the only changing the attitude, then we are useful for the digital economies. Otherwise, we remaining as a human beings or citizens. That's all. Now we transform ourselves as a digital knowledgeable workers. But that's all.
Thank you. Thank you so
Another
much.
is important thing.
Yeah.
One feedback from one faculty is really good to me.
Actually, they can't have access through audio and video. They can only post their questions in the Q&A box. And what you mentioned is very crystal clear. Maybe that is why there are no questions actually. But one message you have given, one good message to all the faculty, especially most of the faculty here are younger faculty. And you advised them to make this technological advancements as part of their teaching and as part of their learning and also as part of their curriculum. Of course, curriculum design depends on the university, not necessarily on the colleges, but we have a role to play. because our students should be, they must have better employable skills by the time they complete their programs. So I think national education policy is also aiming for imparting certain skills like this.
Yes.
That is really a good message to you, and a good message to all the education institutions.
Yes, sir. Digital, every curriculum, our curriculum content must be digitized. Digital content is only a resourceful in future generation. That's all. Every teacher must transform themselves. His content transform into digitalized.
And especially it is a big challenge for a senior teachers like me, so-called senior teachers like me, because we may become very outdated very fast.
Sorry, I don't agree with you. You are a very distinguished person, knowledgeable teacher. Seniors only has a much domain knowledge. Their knowledge, once I think put into system, definitely wonderful contents may be possible. Myself, I started to develop a digital marketing, digital content.
Yes.
Right, very different way. Visuals, once you put it, students may interest towards the digital content.
What I meant is a 20-year-old guy, because the student may be around 20 years, the guy.
Yes.
Professor may be around 60 years guy. But 20 years guy is capable of learning these technological issues faster than the elder people.
He didn't have much domain knowledge with compared to the senior teachers. Senior teacher you know very well. What is organization, how many type of organizations are there, what is the model operation of the organization, everything you know very well. That is the domain knowledge. Student, 20 years guy didn't have that type of the knowledge.
Okay. So thank you for making me still relevant. Okay.
Thank you very much for giving opportunity. Thanks to the especially thanks to you and your colleagues, especially HRD Center
and
our Vice Chancellor, sir.
Yes. Sure,
I didn't tell him.
Sure. I will share this experience with him, and he will be happy. And so, thank you so much, Siva Rama Prasad garu. And yesterday also you gave us time because as a member of our school board, you were there in our online, and hopefully we will get a chance to invite you physically to Mizoram very soon.
Definitely. Thank you. I will come. Thank you.
Namaste. Thank you all.
Very much.
So thank you, dear participants. So it is almost 1 o'clock now, and you may leave for lunch. Of course, lunch is at home only, at your own home. That is good for health also. So again, we will join at 1:30 for third session. Please join at 1:30 sharp. Okay. Thank you all. See you. Thanks, Siva Rama garu.
Thank you.
Kaludam. Okay.